How's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dewey Danielson with Worldwide Wrestling, and I am here to recap what we've seen on episode 3 of Takedown from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This was the first show after Texas Stampede, after that huge Rumble event, and the first show on the road to the big event 6. The special advisor to the board started the show with a little information about Matt A-Star and his new position, and he was interrupted by Macho Santos, who wanted answers from Texas Stampede, and we got those answers via the Steel Stable Invitational, which Macho Santos was added to. That took us into our first match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Black against Tyler Consiglio. And what a match these two superstars put on, putting everything on the line to show their abilities here in Worldwide Wrestling. And of course, Tyler Consiglio coming out with the victory. But it wasn't long after that, Brandon Fireheart returned and offered to maybe mentor Logan Black going into the future. We had a tag team match, ladies and gentlemen, with John Reagans and Nova Reese going up against Heel Money. Another great match here, as we've seen Heel Money go over by countout. Interesting thing about this match is the last time Reagans and Reese lost by countout, we've seen Reagans get frustrated at Reese, and now the other way around this time. Darius Carter, the X Factor, entered into the ring last night to talk about the Steel Stable Invitational, but he was quickly interrupted by his former partner, Big Trev, who went on to say that if he wasn't going to be added to the match, then neither was Carter, and he was going to make damn sure of that. Next, we've seen a nice match between Raiden Dixon and Joe Rivers. Of course, before the match took place, the international champion, Will King, was attacked at ringside by Lance Hagen, who went on to make the statement that he is the big, the bad, the almighty here in 3-Dub, and he is coming after the international championship. But the match continued, ladies and gentlemen, with Raiden taking on Rivers, and it wasn't until Heel Money came down to fill that empty void from the champion Will King and help Rivers get the victory over Raiden. Next, we seen the return of the GOAT, greatest lucha of all time, Joshua Faulkner, as he got a title shot for the Internet Champion against Ian King, which Ian put up one hell of a match against one of the longtime veterans here in 3-Dub, and was able to get the victory with the help of his partner in the cause, Jack Harvey. And the United States Champion wasn't finished there. He would come on after the match and speak a few words to management and tell them that if they were going to screw with him, he was going to screw with them back. And from there, Ian King and Jack Harvey attacked Joshua with the steel chair. And then from there, we've seen later on in the night, Russell Franchise telling them to keep it cool. Nightshade offered an open challenge match, and yes, we've seen Nora come down to answer that challenge, and of course she's looking to display more of her abilities here in 3-Dub. She did such a great job in this match against Nightshade, but was unable to get the victory as Nightshade moves on. Unscheduled, the veteran, the longtime legend Juice James showed up with Alex Mercury, but it wasn't too long before Rowan showed up to attack his brother at ringside and then confront Juice James in the ring. But after the lights went out, we seen Rowan laying on his back with Juice James and Alex Mercury seemingly disappeared. The hardcore title was on the line, and what Lee Clark thought was going to be one-on-one him and Marcus Bishop, until James Black showed up with the HWA World Heavyweight Championship and attacked Bishop from behind, causing it to be a triple threat match. James Black would go on to pin Marcus Bishop and regain the Hardcore Championship, and Marcus Bishop would follow him out of the arena. Next, we would have the tag team titles on the line in a rematch, as the Resistance looking to regain them titles after losing them at Texas Stampede to GPW. After a long dominant run as the tag team champs, the Resistance put up a huge fight trying to re-win the tag titles to be two-time tag champs. But GPW put up one hell of a fight, using everything they could to their advantage in order to regain and retain the tag team championships. But after the match, the Mighty District wouldn't be unheard as they entered to chase off the tag team champions and let them know that they're coming for the titles. Xander Cool would then enter the ring and look to address the 3-Dub Nation after his huge loss for the 3-Dub Heavyweight Championship back at Texas Stampede, but it would be CFT Clarence Fletcher Townsend who would enter to inform Xander that he has a match coming up with one of his associates, Ryan Steele. Azrael Victor made his return to Takedown, but it was short-lived after a frustrated Resistance attacked him backstage. In a huge tag team match for the ladies division, with Caitlin Kaiva getting the victory and causing some tension between her and Diana. And then, of course, the number one contender looks to take on the champ at TB6. Remy Reznor would then step foot in the ring and get an opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship and change the main event picture for TB6 against Chris Harris for the world title. And what a match this was, ladies and gentlemen. All the way until the bell, Remy looked phenomenal in this match and might have almost taken the title if it wasn't for this. King Red showing up, dressed as the Red Devil to distract Chris Harris, allowing Justin the Living Legend to attack Remy to prevent him from winning the world title, allowing Chris Harris to retain. But it was the Joker that showed up once again at the end of the show to set the tone. And here are some matches made official for TB6, including Ryan Steele against Xander Cool, the 3-Dub Unification match, Joker, King Red, and Chris Harris, and of course, the women's title, Cruella and Athena. And don't forget the Steel Stable Invitational for both the men and the women's. More information on that to be released in the near future. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to catch us again next Thursday night in Pensacola, Florida for episode 4 of Takedown on the next step towards TB6. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, and see you again. I'm Dewey Danielson, and have a great night.